Hi guys, it's me. It's Elisa. I'm coming to you from my bathroom. I have some friends that are interested in the procedure I had. As some people might know, I had an ileostomy placed due to colon failure. And later that external ileostomy, what you'd normally see as traditional, a bag attached to the stomach, I had to have surgery to remove that and do a different procedure because I was allergic to all adhesives and it was wreaking havoc on my life. So in order to get my life back, I had what was called a BCIR procedure. So Barnett Continent Intestinal Reservoir. And what they do is they take your small bowel and create an internal pouch inside your abdomen. And they create, instead of the big stoma that the bag is attached to, they create a little buttonhole slit stoma. And instead of the output, that's what they call basically your stool, poop, your output, instead of draining into a bag, it stays inside until you insert a catheter to drain. Nothing can come out until I put the catheter in. There's a valve there. Big questions that are often asked is about my back end. It looks normal, but it doesn't have any opening. They closed off the anus and rectum is gone. The colon is gone. It looks perfectly normal, except for there's no opening. So unless you're like trying to do a temperature up the rear or a suppository or something on me, you would not know that I don't have an opening back there. But the questions that people ask are often, how then does anything come out? How do you get number two out? Number one is normal. I didn't have any problems or surgery there, but number two, how do you get that out? And because I don't have a colon, it means that the stool will stay basically liquid. It can get up to pudding thick. So whatever I eat has to be very well chewed and it will fit through a catheter at the end. So that's how it comes out. I'm going to actually demonstrate the intubation process, so the catheterization, the intubation process in which empties my bowels. My husband's going to videotape that for you guys, and I will wear bikini bottoms, like swimsuit bottoms, while I'm doing it. Normally, you just drop your pants and go potty like normal. Intubation, you'll find that a lot of times it's easier if you urinate than you intubate, and then sometimes you have to urinate again afterwards. But so my husband will come down and I'll into the bathroom and I'll make sure I have bikini bottoms on. I'm not going to expose you guys to my whole body. I prefer to keep a little bit of modesty. But as a nurse, I know how important it is for people to see this before they have their procedure, to see how actually easy it is. And also for people to understand who may not have had the procedure done, or may not need the procedure done, but may be caring for others, or just to educate. My husband knows how to intubate me if there was ever an issue where I was unconscious or couldn't, my arms were broken, I couldn't do it myself. We have trained other people to also do it, but it's so easy to do. So I'll show you first. This is how I keep everything nice and clean and stored next to me. There's a bottle, there's a straw brush in case, because these catheters are reusable. These ones are brand new ones. This is what they look like brand new. This is a marlin. It's a little longer and it has a little bit longer length. It has a blunt tip and it has 2 hole openings. And then next to the marlin is the Medina. The Medina catheter is a little shorter and it has the 2 openings like you saw, but it also has an opening on the tip. Now, when you first come home from the hospital with these, normally what happens is they measure how far in your valve and such as, and they'll have it marked on the catheter you have in the hospital while you're healing. They leave one kind of a soft one in until you're ready to intubate regularly in and out. And they'll mark the distance with a permanent marker, and you come home and it's marked, and some people continue to mark their catheters. I only mark mine if I need to go to the hospital for a reason, like if I'm having a surgery on something or I'm really sick, I will mark one and have it set So that way, if for some reason a nurse has to intubate me, she knows how deep to go. I can feel how deep to go, so I just naturally do not have mine marked. But these are the catheters that we use to drain. Sometimes when you're draining, like I said, the stool could be thicker, like pudding thick, and it's not going to come through very easily. So what you'd use is a piston syringe, water, and you would just, as the catheter's inside your body, you'd insert this and push in some fluids, and then it comes right back out, and it thins out the stool, and the stool comes out easier. I do not need to bandage. There's no bandage needed over the opening. People don't wear a bandage over their anus. People don't wear bandages over any other opening in their body. But your body does create mucus naturally through any opening. And then also just protection for rubbing or anything. But like I said, I'm allergic to all adhesives. We found out I'm allergic to bags. So where most people can put a Band-Aid over themselves, that's all they need for this, I cannot do that without getting a rash. So when I'm going swimming, I don't have to wear anything at all. But if I'm going swimming like a water park or something, I feel more confident covered. So I then will use one of these adhesives. They're called an AM patch, and it's an adhesive. And when it comes off, there'll be the back comes off and it's sticky all around here. Then the middle, it's like got a cotton area, and this will cover the stoma site while I'm in a public pool or whatnot. Just modesty reasons, it's not necessary. I'm not a person who creates a lot of mucus or have a lot of need for this, but I do it for modesty reasons. But I only wear it for those reasons when I'm swimming and such, because afterwards I am going to have an itchy rash if it's on me for only a half hour. I guess that I shouldn't mention that, oh yeah, before I get there, for me, what I do is inside my panties, right over the area where my stoma is, I put a nursing pad. It's a little round nursing pad. It adheres to your panties. The soft cottony part is what is against the stoma area. And if I'm out during day all day, I don't have to worry about rubbing or getting, because people don't realize that the intestines, the stoma, is actually very sensitive. It can bleed very easily, and if it was to get scratched, it will bleed a lot very easily. And where my stoma is, even though it's mainly just skin, there's a little bit of intestine that shows, and that could start bleeding. So I'm just showing you really quick, basically the things I have next to me. So next to me I have lubricant for the catheter, I have the catheters, and I have the flush. And then I have those adhesive pads, and of course toilet paper. And then I told you about the AM patches. So along the same lines with these AM patches, people ask the question about intimacy. I don't need anything. My husband doesn't care that I have a little, it basically looks like a deep cut, but it's the stoma. He does not care that it's there. For my own modesty and my own just the way I feel comfortable is I do slap one of these on, usually. If I think about it, if things aren't spur of the moment, if I have a minute, a lot of times I will catheterize before intimacy if I feel like my pouch is full, and you can tell it feels full because it feels like a full bladder, like you feel pressure. So that's what I would slap on. And then people also ask, when you travel, how do you catheterize when you go out? This little thing, put it in a Ziploc bag, fits in a guy's pocket, fits in a woman's purse. That's all you need. And then if I'm traveling where I'm going to be going on a plane or such, and I might be worried that I'm going to be there for hours and the stool might be thick or anything, I carry an empty bottle. These empty bottles, once I get through security or whatnot, I can put water in it. And then if I need to do the flush while I'm catheterizing, I have water in those tight little bathrooms, or in a place where there might only be porta potties. Like if I'm going tailgating, this will sit in the back of my car. I have one of these in the back of my car all the time. So I can catheterize into a Gatorade bottle even. So that means that I don't have to really worry about bathrooms. And I actually try to avoid porta potties in general, so it's kind of nice when you are tailgating or out and about and there's only porta potties and you need to go. I don't have to go into the bathroom at all. I can just discreetly go sit in the back of the van and use that. And I mean, use the Gatorade bottle and be done. So catheterization is very, very easy. So there's my whole long spiel, and I might have more to say at the end, but I'm gonna go get my husband. I'm gonna pause this, go get him, and I'm gonna have him show you what I do, okay? Okay, so now Joe's here, and he's got the camera. So I'm gonna show you guys how I catheterize, and I'll show you my stoma and all that good stuff. So normally, like I said, I'd be going to the bathroom like anybody else, so I wouldn't be wearing something, so I'm gonna protect it. So here's the stoma. It's just little red. The red part is natural. It's just the intestines. It's not hurting. It's not bleeding. It doesn't have any feeling. So this is going to be interesting because I'm going to sit on the toilet and catheterize for you guys. Okay. So normally my pants would be down, but since that's not the case, you're going to take the stoma. You're going to take your catheter, and some people put the lubrication in a cup or something to dip the catheter in. I just kind of put a little bit on the end. I'm gonna get it on the sides, and then after I'm sure that I've got it lubed up the way I like it, I'm just gonna insert it. Most people will put their finger over the end to keep stuff coming out before they're ready. Mine doesn't normally just flow out really far, so you're gonna start inserting slowly. And the first thing I'm going to notice is it feels tight because I'm going to pass through the valve. There's a one-way valve, and I have to pass through that. And then you got to really just kind of let your body relax, and then it will pass through normally normally very easily what is, they call it a living collar, but they have the intestines kind of wrapped around a section of the opening to keep things from accidentally coming up and to help protect the valve. So I'm just going to slowly insert it, and this is as far as I need to go to drain. And some people need the longer catheters I showed you before. Some people can do it shorter. I prefer the short catheter. I like the way it feels when it goes in and everything, and the way it drains. But like I said, when you get out of the hospital, normally the tube will be marked. So as soon as I let my finger off, it should let things drain out, and then you'll see that it empties out into the toilet, and the gas and any stool will come out. I don't have a whole lot in me because I don't need to catheterize that often. If I have concerns that there's anything stuck in there, or that it's thick, or that I just want to make sure I'm fully clean before going anywhere, I'm going to flush it with some water, and it's going to be draining down towards the toilet. And then when I'm all done, I'll have a piece of toilet paper ready, and I'm going to wipe off the end, and then I'll get another piece of toilet paper ready, because when you pull it out, you don't want anything to drip down your body, because normally you wouldn't have pants on like I do, unless you're out in public, because you can catheterize in public easily. So as I get down this far, I'm going to let that go, and then it'll just come out. So then people ask about cleanup. So first I'll dab my stoma nice and clean. I'm going to flip this catheter upside down so that it's back down the way it was. And I normally keep everything right within reach. There's a lot of passing things back and forth. I like to balance a lot of things between my legs as I do this. People put rolling tables or whatnot, but I balance. And all I'm going to do is flush some water in it, and then I will put everything in the sink to be washed with dish soap. And then to finalize everything, like I told you guys, I use one of these little doodad pads here, the breast pads. Open it up, it's got the sticky on the back side, and then I would just adhere that into my underpants, and I'm good to go for the day. Okay, so Joe gave everything back to me, and like I said, everything just goes in the sink, and then I would wash it up with some dish soap. I already did a quick wash of it before I started doing this again, can run the bottle brush through it, and it all gets stored right back over here. After it's all clean, I will usually prep this with clean water, pull it up and have the piston all full of water so that way I'm ready to go. I'm going to have my pads. I put the lubrication. Everything is just basically here. Some people use little rolly drawers and whatnot to store it all, but I often just give a quick wipe clean over my stoma because I'm very anal about being absolutely clean. So that is basically everything you do, and it's quick and easy. When I've eaten more, it takes a little longer to drain, of course. When I haven't drained in a little while, it will take a little longer to drain, but I'm in and out within seconds. It doesn't take me any longer to drain my stoma, drain my BCIR pouch, than it takes me to urinate. So it's quick, it's easy. Cleanup's pretty quick and easy. If I'm in a public bathroom, that's another question. Often people will bring like folding cups and stuff and keep them in their pocket. I will often bring just an empty Ziploc bag and fill it with water at the sink and zip it shut. So after I go to the bathroom, I can just kind of dump the water over the catheter and give it a quick rinse, and then stick it in the Ziploc bag and seal it and take it home and then scrub it. So that's basically what happens with that. It's not very difficult to do, and it's a little bit easy. It's a lot easier than having an ostomy bag, and if an ostomy bag then leaks in public and it's on your clothes, changing an ostomy bag is a lot more difficult in public than doing the catheter. And if you want, you can wash it. I often, if the bathroom's not busy, I'll just wash everything at the sink there with some soap and stuff before storing it in a Ziploc bag, so that way I don't have anything going on to have to carry anything dirty. And just give it a good scrub real quick at the sink, put it in the Ziploc bag, put it away. Really, I don't care if people walked in and asked me what the heck I was doing. It's another chance to educate, right? But that's basically all I need to do. So this would be the procedure for if you have a Kpouch, also a Kpouch. So whether you have the Kpouch or the BCIR, this is how you catheterize it and take care of it. Thanks.